Kiefer, the second season as a Vancouver Canuck. Last year, it was the hits record. This year, you start the season by being the leader in goals for your team. Walk me through your game right now and where you feel it's at.
We're playing a lot of games right now, so I just try to, the whole team is just kind of in game mode right now and just trying to, scrap and claw each game and kind of reset. It's kind of nice talking with some of the guys. You can't really get too high or too low because it's just kind of on to the next right now, so you kind of just ride the wave of preparing and getting ready and recovering. And I think the games are a lot of opportunities for us to continue what we're trying to build and get back in the win columns as well.
What part of your game would you say has developed or you've worked on the most since just last season?
Try to just demand more from myself, with the puck too. Sometimes, getting the puck, you just try to move it and make more plays and kind of hold on to it. Talk with some of the staff and just try to be more poised when I have it. But just try to be a continuation of what we're trying to build. And like I said, the identity I always go back to, just play the game the right way and you'll get rewarded, more times than not at the end of it.
Adam Foote, your head coach, spoke to the fact about you just controlling your emotion. He said that the way you play the game with so much motion is one of the reasons you have a job in this league. And he said this year you've really learned to control that. What goes into controlling that for a game? That's
kind of their challenge to me and something that I am trying to take in stride each and every game and try to build on. It's a fine line, try to live in that gray area and try not to, overspill sometimes, but I try to let it fuel me and making sure that it's building towards the team construct.
When you look at this team that you have in front of you this year, how would you describe the team's identity?
We've talked about just being hard to play against and being defensively sound. We always go back to the strength of our team as our, goaltending, our defense, and from there we kind of play it out. And I think just if we take care of the defense first, then everything else kind of flows into that. And then we expect to be a good forechecking team and hound on teams and outskate them and just be that relentless dog on a bone kind of workers mentality kind of thing.
You've found that steady role in the NHL, but through your career you did have those ups and downs in the AHL. What's a piece of advice that you would give to a guy who's maybe in that position now, in that in-between?
You work towards towards living your dream, working towards your dream, and when it's not there, it's how you internalize it. I think eventually, I always go back to just like that hunger that kind of builds over time. That you got to get desperate. You have to be hungry, and you're only going to get so many chances in life and in what we do. And I just remember those times. It was a lot of tough days and trying to figure it out, and just hoping and praying that I had another opportunity. And then when it's time, you got to go. You got to play your game, and you got to make something happen.
Here's Kiefer Sherwood down to Quinn Hughes. Sherwood scores!
Yeah, well, in your steady role here, the city of Vancouver has really not only accepted you, but really started to love you. And we've talked about it before, just those Kiefer Sherwood chants, but what is that experience like in that moment? I know you're pretty locked into the game, but to just hear that and have that.
Yeah, it's pretty special. I always think I feel like processes after the game, and I start to think about it, and it feels pretty special, and get a little sentimental sometimes just thinking about that appreciation, like some of the hard days and times of my career, just whatever, scratching and clawing and hoping to try to get another sniff in the NHL, and then to see that the fans respect and love is pretty cool. I can't say enough of how much I appreciate their support, and it's a long season. There's a lot of ups and downs emotionally. But when the fans kind of back you and fuel you, then as a team, then it kind of allows us to give us that extra oomph sometimes, or when they give us that emotional push or appreciation, it goes a long way. And I think we can. When we're buzzing, and our fans are right there, it's the hardest place to play in the league. Like, there's a special buzz and passion in the city that the fans crave, and it's pretty cool to be part of it.
Well, Kiefer, thanks so much for joining me today. It's always good to catch up.
Thank you for having me.